What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, ready to hit the Amazon questions of the week. So I'm just going to jump straight in them. We got a lot of really fantastic questions, not only about FBA, KDP, but merch also. And we also got some Discord questions. So why don't we just jump straight in? All right, so here we are with the top questions of the past 2 weeks, and we're going to start this off with a good one. This is pretty cool. This is like right here, we got the former Miss Puerto Rico commenting on the channel. This is actually a good friend of mine. At least she puts my smart friend. I will say this much about Miss Puerto Rico. Other than the fact she is a hottie, guys, I don't know, very hot. She happens to make the absolute best flan in the entire universe. I would go out on a limb and put her flan in front of anyone's in the world. It's absolutely fire. So if you ever do get the chance to actually get some of that flan, I highly recommend you eat it. You eat every single bit of it. People will be fighting over it. And I'm telling you, I've traveled the entire globe and never found better flan than that. So you guys will definitely want that. She should technically really open up her own flan company. It is absolutely amazing. But let's get on to the real questions. But kisses to my good friend Sharon right there. Or as they say in Puerto Rico, besos, right? All right, so let's go to the next question. Or I will mention that there are a lot of comments in this actual video, but let's keep going, besos, right? All right, so here we go. Andrew says, thank you so much for all the amazing info you share. Are we allowed to have both the Seller Central account and a merch account? And even to add to that, a KDP account. Are we allowed to have all that? Should we put it all in the same email? Let's just expand upon this question because it is an excellent one. The fact is, yes, you are. Now, the biggest mistake that most people make is they connect it all together. So do not make the same email address for all of them. Keep it on a different email address. Now, the reason for this is in case you ever decide to sell any one of those companies, they're all going to be attached to one another. So you don't want to do that. Keep them all under separate email addresses, but absolutely you are allowed to have one of each. Now, when you get into the actual realm of wanting multiple accounts, then that's considered black hat and against terms of service by Amazon. However, it is still doable. I'm just not going to mention on this channel how to do it, but you can have multiple accounts, but it will be considered black hat by Amazon. However, like I said, getting back to the real question, yes, you are allowed to have one of each. All right, next question is from Jody. Jody says, what are your thoughts on dropshipping on the Facebook marketplace? Now, I believe what you're asking is a very similar thing to what Kevin did with the Bowflex when he first originally started to test them. Now, I will go over that briefly here, but what he basically did is he saw the Bowflex popping up constantly, but he knew they were a $300 item, plus they weighed quite a bit. So his curiosity got the best of him and he said, hey, what if I actually make a post on Craigslist and or Facebook Marketplace saying that I have these dumbbells for sale and I see how many nibbles I get? And the reality was he got so many nibbles, it was as if he was cheese to mice, right? And so that's when he started to tell those nibbles, hey, I got these, but I'm out of town. I'll have them on Wednesday. Are you still interested? And most of them said yes. So then it became his absolute duty to cop as many Bowflex dumbbells as he could. And then he turned around and he flipped them to 3 interested parties that he actually got with the drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist method. So yes, absolutely, Jody, you can do this. And I would especially do it right now with the giant heaters that are selling out everywhere and are going for upwards as much as $600 per heater, while on Amazon going for anywhere between $149 and $200. So grab them all up, sell them all up, drop ship and do whatever you want, but just get out there and do something. Great question, Jody. Let's go to the next one. This is Pramod. He says, I'm interested to learn Amazon FBA, but I have doubt how to start if I lose all my investment. Well, the reality is, Pramod, Amazon FBA is just like college. You're not guaranteed shit when you get a college degree, and the only thing I can guarantee you with a college degree is a student loan payment for the next 20 years of your life. Amazon FBA will not do the same thing for you. However, there is risk in any investment you make and or any business you go into, and you just have to be willing to bite the bullet. At the end of the day, you wanting to be an entrepreneur is risk enough, and you're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to fight for it versus all the other people that want it and want it badly. And the only way that you fail is if you just give up. So the first step that you have to take is going to be the biggest, it's going to be the hardest, it's going to be the most tough. But if you take that and you never give up and you persist through all the troubles and obstacles that you will, I guarantee, face, then you too can have success at this too. But it's not going to be a cakewalk, buddy. Right, here's a great one. And I actually mentioned this one on the live, but this guy asks, I'm in the group, and he's talking about the Discord reseller group that is currently free. So click in the link below in the box where you can get all these great deals that pop up like heaters, Nintendo Switches, and a lot of these Peanuts DVDs that I've been copying left and right and reselling on eBay for upwards of $100 a pop. And now this was like 20 bucks. This one was $20 and I got this at Walmart. Now, he says, I'm in the group, but I've gotten so many notifications on my phone that it was frankly annoying and I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing with these notifications. What's the point of this group? I don't understand, buddy, what the point of you clicking on that and joining without knowing what the hell's going on. That's like the equivalent of somebody just seeing everybody jumping off a cliff and then figuring, oh, hey, let me just join in. Who knows? There's might be a freaking pool of rainbow water at the bottom of it, and that rainbow water is going to cure every single thing I have, but not really having any idea what the hell it means to just jump off the cliff. So number one, I wouldn't have done that. But number two, I take it as a compliment, the simple fact that you're getting so many notifications that it's annoying, because all those notifications are actually products like this that are reselling like fire on eBay and making people a ton of money. So I'm speechless and honored that you would actually say that. But again, don't jump into something without knowing what the hell it is. I do cover exactly what it is in many of my actual videos, as well as the live, which I do every Thursday. So if you're very interested about this group, you don't know what it is, and you want to be annoyed by notifications that show you awesome deals, then wait for the live on Thursday before you hop on in and watch me take it for a test drive live. So next question. All right, Prang, as well as many people, brought this to my attention, which I had no idea. So I think this is an important comment that he made. It says, just change the cover, Liz. And this comment was in regards to my KDP book, which completely bombed because the cover had a horrible click-through rate. Now you might be wondering, Liz, how did you know the cover had a horrible click-through rate? Well, I ran ads on it, and to be honest, the ads had such a bad click-through that pretty much it destroyed the actual conversion rate on the actual book, and it didn't really do as well as I anticipated. And the primary factor was I talked about how I thought that the cover designer sucked. So I'm now looking for a new cover designer, and Prang and everybody else just brought it to my attention that I could simply and easily swap out the cover. So if you haven't thought about doing this and you notice that your covers too have a low CTR or click-through rate, then this is a fantastic idea. Change that thing out and then see what happens. So that's exactly what I'm in the process of doing, and I will document that all on a video coming up very soon. So thanks for that comment, Prang. All right, Dawn says, love this. Discord is great. I copped a few things through it already. So fantastic. You can see that there's a lot of people having success in the Discord group, which again, the link is below. And I'm looking forward to all the success that many people will having, particularly moving into Q4. It's exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited to have copped over 20 of these babies, and we'll see what kind of money I make with those 20 coming into November and December. It's just exciting times, guys and girls. All right, Kevin says, great video as always. How can we secure reviews on low content books, understanding we cannot write our own? Well, Kevin, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. Now, I will say this much on this actual video. Wherever you try and actually acquire these reviews from, make sure that it's not your friends and family that are attached to your Facebook, because Amazon monitors this, and once they see that you have a connection to that person, they're gonna take down that actual book and not allow you to leave that review. Now, I will be going over in one of the videos that I'm coming up with other ways that people acquire reviews. One of them is the rebate method, which is kind of frowned upon a little bit by Amazon, but is still widely used by a lot of top level FBA sellers. And it's the actual method of choice. That's how I kind of acquired the 5 or 6 that I actually got on a couple of my books that I've shown you guys publicly. And so the rest of them haven't really needed this. So if you're in a very competitive niche and you need those reviews, it's pretty easy to get 3 to. So I will show you those methods in a future video. All right, Laura says, your videos are fire, Liz. I'm obsessed with them and I've been going back and watching any that I missed. You said here you usually delete keywords on Amazon ads after around 5 clicks. Does that work well for you? I sometimes wait 20 clicks, but that's maybe way too much. 5 and 10 felt low. And also, do you worry about Amazon's delay in reporting sales messing up your report's accuracy? So Laura, 2 quick things. Awesome that you're running the ads. Awesome that you're giving them some room to run, but I probably wouldn't give a KDP book that much room to run, only because it's not really that much guaranteed an evergreen product. So I think allowing them 20 clicks is way too much. I think you could move around the 10 mark and be fine. On most of my FBA products, I allow around 11 clicks, and I think that's fine, but I should technically be allowing around 20 clicks. But I'm a little bit more aggressive on cutting out words that do not work with my actual FBA products. Now on KDP, I allow a lot less. So it's usually like a dollar amount, like $2 and as little as $1, depending on how good I'm feeling about the book. Now, the other thing that I'm going to mention here is, yes, with the reports, there is a delay and it could mess up the accuracy, but you can go back and take a look at that and then change things if you change things for the wrong. So let's say, for example, you cut off an actual word that had shown 20 clicks and showed no sales, and then 3 days later it pops up that you got 1 sales. now you can go back and redo everything that you did. So if you actually added it to negative exact, you can remove it from the negative exact and allow it to rerun. So it's pretty important that you do check that every couple days in order to maintain as much or as close to that sort of accuracy that you're actually looking for, Laura. But other than that, sounds like you're doing a tremendous job, and keep it up. All right, Daniel says, awesome to see you back to speed and hustling. And yes, I have been hustling for the past couple weeks. So going to the topic of this video, please make an A to Z series about merch by Amazon. So fantastic. I already started it, Daniel, with the first one, which was actually how to make $100 a day update. And then the second video, which was having designs on demand. Now in the future and upcoming videos, I will be doing one about ads as well as design and as well as other promotional methods and things of that nature and how to scale the business. So I will be doing those in the future, but for now, at least started on the first actual two. And thanks so much for leaving a comment, Daniel. And that pretty much wraps it up for these past 2 weeks. Most of you guys are getting the gist of what I teach, so not a lot of questions being asked, and certainly I'm always happy to answer your questions. So put any questions in your comments below as well as ideas. I'm always open to them. And thanks so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care.